Good afternoon. I really am delighted to have the opportunity to address you, my fellow AABers. I'm not easily intimidated, but the thought of being given the responsibility for framing a call to action was in and of itself a daunting task. But I'd like to talk to you about a well-recognized concept, STEM. Perhaps a new approach and a new way of conducting business, so not just STEM, but STEM squared. As Black Americans, we see things through a unique lens, a lens that, when extended, provides a window into the soul of a nation. And that vision was eloquently articulated in the Founders Session earlier today. And we will be indebted to our founders for many years to come, and we pay tribute to them for paving the way for us 40 years. In 2017, we draw inspiration from the story of hidden figures. But we shouldn't be surprised. 3 brilliant African-American women at NASA, Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, served as the brains behind one of the greatest operations in history, the launch of astronaut John Glenn into orbit, a stunning achievement that restored the nation's confidence, turned around the space race, and galvanized the world. The perfect example of taking STEM to the second power. Again, I call this STEM squared. However, the story isn't always as positive as we would like it to be. African Americans have more access to college education than ever. But according to a new study by the Georgetown University Center on Education and the Workforce, we are still underrepresented in major fields supported by traditional STEM studies. These are fields that are also correlated to higher salaries. Research also shows that students who might be interested in pursuing a STEM degree may drop out of rigorous coursework if they feel out of place in a predominantly white program. And so, how does AABE make a difference? Or said a bit differently, we work for energy, how does energy work for us? And I submit that we must sustain ourselves based on the group of principles that were designed by our founders and are still relevant today. Principles on policy, workforce, procurement, diversity, energy delivery, and equity, and engagement. In my view, the essence of energy is STEM, and the essence of AABE is STEM squared. And what can AABE do going forward? We must expand the narrative and think about 2017 and beyond. We must demonstrate leadership and vision by being present and engaged in critical conversations. We must focus on building our legacy and enhancing our brand. But more than any of the above, I believe that we can help take STEM to an even higher level by changing the way we think about it and the way we as an organization embody a new approach. We look to change the narrative by making its definition more relevant. And how can we change? I started this. S is for science, sustainability, skill development, skilled workforce. T is for technology, transformation. E, engineering, empowerment, education, equity, economic development. M is motivating, mentoring, and meaningful engagement. We need a workforce that is skilled and diverse in its representation, inclusive in corporate and senior leadership positions, including corporate boards. Economic development strategies are essential to our ability to create jobs, business opportunities in our communities. And AABE has the ability, indeed an obligation, to communicate and educate to the African American community and policymakers on policy issues that affect us. So I leave you with a call to action. A call to action. But the message is simple. Get engaged. Stay engaged. Be active in policy issues and helping to bring about the changes that you seek. Help us identify strategic partnerships. We have a compelling story to tell, a stellar reputation to protect, and a brand to enhance. You can and must get involved. You can focus on student support, become a leader, strengthen and expand your chapter work, commit to educating your communities. Don't allow yourself to be hidden. Step out of the shadows and into the forefront. Stand and take ownership for AABE. Here's to the next 40 years. This is our legacy. Let's truly make energy work for us. Thank you.